Every day, the average person on our planet uses 2 liters of oil. Just 2 liters. Every year, this amount grows by 30 grams. Just 30 grams. But 7 billion people live on the Earth, so we need billions of tons of oil. Processed oil is used as a feedstock to produce computers and telephones, refrigerators and textiles, cosmetics and detergents. It gives us the light for our apartments, stimulates production, the ambulances which save our lives, and the trains and airplanes that can carry us to any destination on time. Oil makes all this possible. Rosneft is the second biggest oil producer in the world and uses the best technologies available, providing people with the invaluable resource of energy. The Rosneft team, which amounts to thousands of professionals around the globe, works round the clock for the benefit of each Russian citizen. Our cause is a noble one, providing people with what they need most of all. Rosneft is a strategic Russian enterprise. Our resource base, in its size and quality, is one of our key competitive advantages.
In 2011, our oil reserves increased by 3.9%, and gas reserves went up by 129.1%.
We discovered 3 new fields and 39 deposits in both new prospective regions of eastern Siberia and heavily explored regions of the Krasnodar territory, such as Korotkovskoye field in Kuban. The field bears the name of Vladimir Korotkov, Rosneft's distinguished oil worker. Maintaining the family business, his son is now developing a new well on this very field. This is a landmark event for any oil and gas producing company, and a unique one for Rosneft's most mature oil region. New reserves have been put into operation, which amount to nearly 7.5 million barrels of oil. The deposit is highly productive, with sustainable well yields of about 2,200 barrels a day. Rosneft's 66 targeted innovative projects are set to enhance production efficiency. After all, cheap hydrocarbons will soon run out, according to the gloomy forecast predicted by scientists. The leading global oil and gas companies, with Rosneft at the front line, have shifted their focus to hard-to-recover and offshore oil reserves. Unlike oil viscosity at previous fields, which required no further processing, we are now reaching high viscosity fields, where oil flow is impossible under normal conditions. Now, we need new technologies to lift the oil from well and transport it for further processing.
In 2011, the company saw further improvements in its key operating indicators. Crude oil and natural gas production increased by 2.5% and 3.6% respectively. Crude oil export sales went up by over 5%. Refinery throughput was up 14.6%, while retail sales of petroleum products grew by almost 24.5%.
Many innovations come from laboratories. Drilling efficiency starts at a molecular level. Everything matters in advanced technology processes. The quality and cost of production is even influenced by the mud mix. Samara, 2011. The Engineering Design Center for Well Construction and Reconstruction. The Mud Development Laboratory introduced a new mix, barite-free mud, free of the heavy mineral salts found in barite compounds. Instead, biopolymers are used. The unique mud formula allows it to be reused, thereby halving cleaning fluid expenses. The new mud formula also helps preserve productive strata. The mud mix is made to order for drilling operations in harsh environments in far-flung prospective regions. Rosneft's new drilling operations are supervised remotely from Samara, with all technological data continuously relayed to scientists and engineers online via satellite. Cutting-edge engineering solutions emerging in well construction support are then used to take new projects and working programs forward. These design solutions are crucial to Rosneft because they help optimize well construction procedures while cutting the time and resources needed for this complex and costly work. Vankor is the most advanced oil field in Russia and is used to test and implement the most sophisticated technologies, such as multi-bore drilling operations with horizontal wells up to 1,200 meters long. This solution allows us to utilize this oil-rich but technologically challenging region more efficiently. In 2011, Vankor produced over 112 million barrels of oil. It is from here that the black gold starts to flow via pipelines to oil refineries. As an example of another innovation, the newest anti-corrosive technologies have been used to construct the oil pipeline, enhancing its lifespan by up to 35 years, almost matching the lifespan of the field. The Arctic. An endless ice scape concealing the most precious oil deposits in the world. The resource base of Russia's Arctic shelf is estimated at tens of billions of tons of oil equivalent. Regular R&D support is required at all stages of Arctic offshore field development. That's why we have established the Arctic Research and Design Center. In 2012, Rosneft is to launch seismic survey in the Kara and Pechora seas. Drilling operations are planned at prospective shelf structures as early as 2014 to 2015. In fact, Rosneft is at the forefront of developing this untouched oil and gas province in Russia, which is set to be the growth focus of the country's oil and gas industry. Rosneft accounts for over 20% of Russian oil processing volumes. We run 7 major oil refineries in key positions across Russia, which improves the efficiency of petroleum product supply. Currently, Rosneft is implementing a Russian oil refinery upgrade program to completely overhaul the production capacity of existing refineries in compliance with technical regulations. The output of Euro 3 and Euro 4 compliant motor gasolines in 2011 nearly tripled against 2010, and the output of diesel fuel nearly doubled. During its large-scale oil refinery upgrade program, Rosneft constructed and upgraded 6 secondary refining units with a total capacity of 4 million tons per annum, including heavy production facilities such as a delayed coking unit at the Komsomolsk refinery and a diesel fuel hydrotreatment unit at the Achinsk refinery. With not just Rosneft, but the entire industry fully upgraded, we will have reached a whole new level, advancing our refinery throughput, petrochemistry, and also machinery manufacturing. In fact, the program is not only to benefit Rosneft, but also will resonate on a macroeconomic scale. Komsomolsk-on-Amur. A delayed coking unit has been put into operation here. Refinery waste no longer goes to waste. Heavy products, such as bitumen, are subjected to a complex heating process at 500 degrees centigrade. This unit helps increase oil refining efficiency up to 75%, enhancing light petroleum product yield, and launch production of oil coke in such demand by electronic equipment manufacturers throughout the world. The unit itself is equipped with cutting-edge systems to control emissions. At the same time, catalytic reforming equipment is in the commissioning stage. This will result in the refinery totally switching to the output of 3 and 5 emission class compliant motor gasolines with high-quality fuel supplied to the Russian Far East. The quality of fuel supplied in rail tanks and trucks under Rosneft's bright logo directly depends on the technical capacity of our refineries. Rosneft holds full compliance to the best environmental standards as one of its key objectives. Fora, premium class fuel, is the first step in this direction. In early 2011, the fuel was tested in accordance with the standards of the Worldwide Fuel Charter, which proved that FORA is able to keep the fuel system clean and sustain engine adjustments while cutting carbon monoxide emissions by 24%, nitrogen oxides by 13%, hydrocarbons by 20%, and CO2 emissions by 2%. FORA's high washing capacity prevents sediments in the fuel system and intake valves. With no sediments formed on the valves, correct airflow is ensured to keep the engine capacity and fuel economy consistent. If you are used to driving a responsive engine, which delivers high performance at the touch of a pedal, our fuel will make sure that it stays that way. High octane and environmentally friendly components are required to produce Euro 4 and Euro 5 compliant motor gasolines. Rosneft's specialists are developing a new, unprecedented, heterogeneous catalyst alkylation technology to produce high-grade gasolines. Rosneft's gas strategy covers both continental and offshore gas deposits. According to expert estimates, up to 60% of known gas reserves are located far from refineries, often rendering gas pipelines economically unviable. GTL, gas-to-liquid technology, is a solution being developed by the company. This technology, though only used in a few countries at the moment, is set to process gas into synthetic crude and fuel of a superior quality to natural fuels. With GTL, motor fuel becomes even more environmentally friendly as a result of higher quality coming from the mix of standard diesel fuel and cleaner GTL fuel. Rosneft views achieving a higher associated gas utilization rate as one of the primary aims of its gas strategy. Slavyansk-on-Kuban, 2011. The first ever membrane unit is put into operation in Russia, enabling associated gas treatment and processing while generating extra income for the company and significantly reducing environmental damage. The membrane unit, commissioned for the Abino Ukrainian field, helps significantly increase the quality of gas supplied to consumers in the Krasnodar territory, following the government decree providing for a higher associated gas utilization rate. The unique nanomembrane developed by Rosneft specialists is the outstanding feature of this unit. This technology helps utilize the entire volume of associated gas at the Novoukrayinskaya gas compression station. Following treatment and processing, the gas then flows into Gazprom's pipeline system. Efficient operations improved Rosneft's key financial indicators.
In 2011, sales grew by 45.9% from 2010, totaling almost $92 billion. EBITDA increased 14.7%, coming to $22 billion. And net income rose to almost $12.5 billion, gaining 19.7% on the previous year.
With its high operating and financial results, Rosneft ranks as one of Russia's largest taxpayers. Rosneft's taxes accounted for 1/8 of the Russian budget in 2011, which translated into more than 10,000 rubles per capita based on 142 million Russian citizens. Rosneft is steadily strengthening its status as a reliable partner among the leading public oil and gas companies in the world today. In 2011, Rosneft entered into a strategic partnership agreement with ExxonMobil, while 2012 saw Rosneft team up with Eni and Statoil to develop Russian offshore resources. The companies are expanding this collaborative approach by exchanging know-how and embarking on joint international projects. Currently, Rosneft is uniquely positioned to become a leading global player in oil production. This will be achieved through a combination of developing production in new regions such as Eastern Siberia and establishing joint ventures with global names such as ExxonMobil. For Rosneft, this will offer a unique opportunity to acquire new deep-sea drilling technologies, participate in international projects, and build up production in hard-to-reach regions, resulting in higher net income for shareholders and accelerated market capitalization growth in the global ECMs. 2011 for Rosneft was marked by growth across all major business lines, coupled with large-scale projects, ambitious plans, and confidence in our future. For the good of Russia.